Christian. We're back. It's July.
It is July.
July 2nd, to be exact. Episode
10.
10. Double digits.
Double digits.
Wow, we made it.
It is 10, right? I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it is 10. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10. Well, we made it. So, good job.
Yeah.
I want to talk to y'all really quick. I just got back from Atlanta. I was down there for training and I had to fly down there, fly back. And flying is not as fun as I remember. It was pretty terrible on the way back, at least. The way there was okay, I guess, but
So, you've flown obviously a lot in the past.
yeah, I have flown short distance, long distance, flew through storms, turbulence, done it all. Didn't faze me, don't care. And I guess because it's been 2 years since I've been on a plane, this flight to Atlanta and back, the flight down there was okay, but I remember on the flight down there I felt nervous. Like about taking off or like really landing. I just get really tense during landing now. And that never happened. Landing, the landing on the way home, it was really bad winds on the way home, and I mean I was like gripping my seat. I was gripping it, and I was looking at the window. I was like freaking out, and I just did not like it. And I just kept saying like, I hate flying. Like, this sucks. Like because we kept dropping a little bit and shaking. And obviously there's a baby like 3 rows behind me just screaming.
Oh my
So that doesn't help at all. And yeah, as soon as it landed, I was like, I hate that. That was terrible. That was the worst thing.
Have you ever had a bad experience or like flying before?
Yeah, I mean, I've been through a storm, and I've dropped.
Yeah.
I remember we were like overseas, where I think we were heading. This one was the first one over to Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And that motherfucker dropped.
Because you've been to Japan, Germany, Israel, Iceland.
Iceland, yeah. Those were what those I've flown to, I guess. That are long
far,
flights.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Utah.
You've been day trip to Utah,
Chicago. I've done down to Florida and stuff. I still really want to go to Texas and California. I still haven't done that. And Hawaii. There's a lot of places I want to go. And Alaska. I wouldn't mind seeing Alaska just for the hell of it. And Canada. But
Alaska would be fun.
Let's
just road trip to Alaska.
I know. I wish. And then we can hit Canada.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I've had no problems like flying before. Like I always thought dropping through the air was pretty fun. Like you get the feeling in your balls, kind of like like roller coaster. Like,
yeah.
Oh, like and you're fine. But on this one, man, like I was like really prepared. I was like, damn, like this is it.
I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna die here. Like Christian's just waiting for me at the airport. Like
I'm gonna disappoint
I
him.
was like, this is gonna suck for him. He drove all the way out here and not gonna be able to get anyone for nothing.
I'd be pissed. Like, fuck you, Benton. Why
Then
you
you
have to
come all the way
die?
out here and you crash. Yeah. So no, it was quite the experience. Like I said, it was weird not having flown for 2 years, getting on a plane.
Do you feel like you were the only one who was worried? Everyone else was like, besides the baby.
Probably me and that damn baby. That's
You
all
and
it
the
was.
baby.
That was it. Yeah, I don't know. I seemed like I was. I mean, it wasn't. I make it seem like we were like doing like turns in the air and like
Barrel
rolls that we were dying. Like it wasn't one of those flights where everyone landed, all the white people start clapping. It was not one of those. Even though when we landed, I was like, good job, buddy, good job, we made it. Get me off this damn plane now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not as fun as I thought it was. And everyone's wearing masks, and it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Maybe I've just gotten bigger, also probably in the past 2 years. But this shit was tight.
Yeah.
I mean, it was tight in there, like leg room and space.
You said you were toward the back.
Yeah, I always forget to check in for my flights.
Apparently, I think the back is a safer place to be.
Yeah, I think so. That's what they say. But
I don't know.
yeah, it is what it is. It's over. I don't think I'll be flying again like soon. Really, I don't.
What do you mean? We're going
I
to
think I'm just gonna chill for.
California, Hawaii.
Dude, you know, I found out today that I think for $500 there's an Amtrak train ride that you can do
All the way to California.
I think it starts in New York and goes across.
How long does it take?
I think a week.
Jeez, on a train.
No. 3 days. I think it's 3 days. Is what it was. It was 500 and it was very scenic. You get a sleeper car, like you save a bed and everything.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, dude. It looked like it could be kind of fun. Like to do.
I mean,
I would go there, but I wouldn't take it on the way back. Like I already did it. I'm flying back.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I heard that like in the northern European areas where they do a lot of trains, it's really nice to.
I bet you it's like Sweden and all those
Yeah,
places going
like,
through
you
mountains
can
like that.
through all that, so it's like really cool.
61 hours between 2 to 3 days.
Gotcha.
So
and it's nonstop.
Uh,
I mean, they might stop, but you really don't get off.
Yeah, you don't get off. Like you may stop. Like there's a total, I think, of 4-hour layovers, like in total. And I think that's just because you go to like a station and like you're parked there for like an hour or something like that, or 30 minutes.
Yeah,
or
like,
you stop at different stations
this is
along
about
the
to be
way.
a dumb question, but like, do they fuel up? Like, how do Amtrak trains run? It's not coal, right?
The fuck? I have no idea, dude.
Like, I know they have trains that run on magnets, but I don't
It's
think...
not. That's Japan.
Yeah, I don't think
What
Amtrak's...
do track trains run on?
Good thing Google can hear us.
Yeah. Dude, it's a fact. I love it. Thank you, government. While Amtrak trains in the Northeast Corridor are electric. What? Those in most of the rest of the country are fuel driven. Diesel. That's what
Diesel.
it's just diesel. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess they do have to probably fuel up.
Even though back in 2008 they wrote an article about Amtrak trains are running out of fuel. 2008. Look at us now.
We're good.
They're fine, dude. Shut up, New York Times. What do you know?
Exactly.
But yeah. I've done. Have you been on a train? Have you been on an Amtrak? Have you done one of those?
Not that I can recall off the top of my... so the only time I've trained is when we drove up to Philadelphia and trained into New York.
So that was like the metro type of stuff, right?
Sort of, more so. I don't know. I can't say 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it probably was more like metro because we went from Philadelphia to wherever and then had to hop off and get on a different line. So
maybe, I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe it's like a
more.
mix. But I've only done the Amtrak, I believe, 1 or 2 times. And it was going to see the Ohio boys. About them. We talked about them last episode. Yeah, when they lived down in Myrtle Beach, or we did a trip down to Myrtle Beach one week. I went from Newport News to Richmond, and then Richmond down to Myrtle Beach on the train. It took like 6-7 hours in total, but it was great. I loved it.
I feel like it'd be.
I remember I just sat in a chair like that, face like the window. Like I wasn't facing the way I was going. I was facing like the window.
Yeah.
And it was like all glass. And you just sit there and you chill. And you, on your laptop, play games, watch movies, and you just have a nice scenic view. And the food was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, but it's not. What sucks about train rides, I think the reason that train rides aren't. The reason a train is dying is because a train ride is like the same amount of money for a plane ticket.
Yeah.
And a plane ticket is, or not plane ticket, but travel by plane is freaking 3 hours there or something like that. Or how long does it take to get to California for me? What was it, 4?
On an airplane?
Yeah, was it 4?
I think it's closer to 5.
Okay.
Because it takes like 12 hours to get to Hawaii, and California's like halfway, so depending on what part of California.
So, 5-hour flight for $500, or a 61-hour train ride for $500.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you're gonna do the plane.
Most
But-
people.
Yeah, most people. But I don't know.
It would be fun.
I think it's just a nice experience that people should do every now and then, or at least just try it. Because you see things in places that are still like untouched, kind of, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
Especially like you said, in foreign countries.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful on some train rides, especially through like the Alps areas.
That would be really cool.
But yeah, no, it's interesting. But yeah, travel, plane rides, don't do it. It sucks. Airlines are terrible. No, I'm just
trash.
Playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Well, I mean, so if we like taking a train across America, like you get to see a bunch of different things.
Yes.
Imagine people that never even leave their state or their city, like they never get to see the ocean or mountains or vice versa or whatever. Like,
yeah, like think broad on it really quick. Like, there's people that will never get to see Japan or Australia, or there's people that have never left the country, which is like not that big of a deal. I mean, that's okay. I mean,
I think the only time I've left the country is on a cruise.
The cruise ship, right, from Mexico.
I think so. So I
Cancun?
don't even. Well, Cozumel and Costa Maya.
Yeah.
I've been to Honduras.
And you've been to Costa Rica?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Nah, shit.
Never been to Costa Rica.
Your dad.
Yeah, I want to though. Roatan, Honduras. Belize City, Belize. And then I think Grand Cayman.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but some place down there. So like I don't even really consider like yes, I've left the country, but I don't even consider that really like.
You've never been over the Pacific or Atlantic. Well, Pacific to Hawaii.
Yeah, I've been to Hawaii, but not.
But you've never been over a large amount of water.
Yeah, I mean, even like I would say, like, even if I flew somewhere, like, Mexico or Costa Rica, I don't know, like, just getting on a ship and going just didn't feel, like, that different.
Yeah. But, no, it's crazy, because, yeah, there's people that will never leave the United States. And then go smaller on that. Like, there's people that will never leave, like, their time zone. They stay on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Then you have people that will never leave their state. They've never been outside the state of Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm sure there's people that I'd be surprised, but I'm not surprised if there's people that have never left, like, Hampton Roads area. You know, like, they've only been in the Hampton Roads area. That's all they do.
Sarah's grandma never drove. Like, she's never driven, I don't think. Or if she's driven, it was when she was way younger, but she doesn't have a driver's license. Like, she never drove when she was married, from what I understand, or anything like that.
Interesting.
So,
that is very interesting.
Some people have never driven. Some people, like, yeah, there's so many things.
Could you imagine, like, you live in Kansas, and you got a pond, you got maybe a big lake or something in the area somehow, but, like, you never see the ocean. It's just through pictures.
Yeah.
And it's just how it is. Like, is that crazy thing that some people maybe can't even concept? Like,
well, having been a lifeguard, like, some people.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Please tell the one joke or something. The guy lady or guy had to be joking about the temperature. Temperature of the water. Do you not? You remember that person that came up to you? Temperature of the water.
No, maybe if I heard it. What I remember is someone going, "What lake is that?" And I'm like, "That's Lake Atlantic."
I don't remember you telling me that one. Damn, someone said that.
Some people, and people like, they're like, "When's the dolphin show?" And you're like, "Dude, I don't know what you read online or like whatever, but."
No, someone came up to you and said it's kind of cold. Like, you think they can turn up the temperature? I think that was obviously more of a joke.
Someone's like, "Man, that water's cold today. You think you can like turn up the temperature or something?" And I was like, "Ah."
Good one.
Just don't drown.
Stay out of the water.
Stay out of the water.
I'm not fucking saving you anymore. I don't care. Out.
And they come up, they're like, "What's the matter?" I'm like, "I don't want you in the water."
I don't know, man. You just don't look like you can swim. The water's in my ankles. Yeah, you look like you were struggling even to get to the water, man. I didn't want you in there.
Dude, it's rough. Like, Virginia Beach, a lot of people come that, like, have never seen the ocean and, like...
And don't know how to swim, and never...
Yeah, they don't know how to swim.
And they just run into it. They're like, "This is great!" And then they slip off the sandbar or something like that. And the water hits the chin, and then it's just all like...
Yeah.
Panic.
Dude, we were at a pool party. This is sort of along the same lines. And this kid who couldn't swim just jumps in the pool. And just sinks to the bottom. And they get him up, and they get him out. And, like, everyone's like, "Why did you jump in?"
How old is this person? Like
4
under
or
10.
5.
Okay. That's more acceptable, but still. What the fuck?
Still. And then he was like, going to do it again. And they're like, no. Like, what?
I'd just be like, "Here, I'm going to put you in the water, and...
Good luck.
Good luck. See if you can come up, and I want you to start waving at me when you feel like something's wrong." if something's not wrong, just stay down there. You just stay down there the whole entire time. Like, it's fine.
I'm good.
Just die.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, but like, you're right. People just literally run in the ocean, and they never seen it, never been around it. And I mean, even what's funny is even the smallest waves around here, like, they're like, "Man, it's really powerful out there."
You're like, bro.
I'm like, holy cow, like, I understand why people drown in North Carolina all the time, because, I mean, it's, in my opinion, almost like double the intensity, and it's not that far away. But, man, if you don't know how to swim, or you can't even handle yourself in water that isn't moving, like, when it starts moving, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Speaking about just like oceans real quick, this popped in my head. I was thinking like it's crazy. I don't think people can fully comprehend like how big an ocean is.
Yeah.
And it made me think. I was reading something about the Pacific Ocean, which I've actually never. I've never seen the Pacific Ocean. Well, I guess I've
flown over.
I've flown over
it
and stuff.
Night.
Yeah, at night or
Or you might have come back over the day.
No. It's always been over the Atlantic for all the traveling, even for Japan.
You flew.
Even for
they
Japan.
flew you over China almost?
Even for Japan, yeah. We went... Yeah, it was from East Coast. For China. For Japan, yeah.
That's crazy. Is it because that's like the
I'm
way
pretty
the world
sure.
turns?
Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm fucked up on that one.
I thought, if I remember, I don't know for sure, but I thought you flew to Canada, Toronto, and then went to...
Yeah, we did. And we went there, and then east.
Really?
Yes.
So yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, wait, what the hell? I'm trying to remember this now. I'm trying to remember that flight. I don't know. I was all... Oh, man.
It was like a 17-hour flight, I think.
Yeah, 17 or 18. And I was so high on Ambien. Like, oh my god, the doctor like just gave me I think like 4 of them. He's like, "Here's 2 for the way there, 2 for the way back." Like,
you're like 4 for there, none for back.
I took one. I remember I was feeling so giddy, like, and laughing so hard, like, and I was so zombed. I like woke up and there was food in front of me. I was like, "Let's go."
Yes.
It's like, ate that and went back to bed.
But you're saying how big?
No, the Pacific Ocean is, dude. Like, it's crazy.
You
I
don't
was
think
reading
you've ever seen
something.
You could die and never see the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, it's 155 million square kilometers, or 60 million square miles.
60 million square miles.
Yeah. Average depth is 13,000 feet.
You might be able to stand.
It covers 1/3 of the Earth's surface. 1/3
Yeah,
of
that's
the
a
Earth's
lot.
surface is the Pacific Ocean.
Isn't 2/3 of the Earth water?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, more than half. Yeah, more than half of the Earth is water. But there, I also found out it was because it was all in this one article. There's a guy, the longest guy that ever been out to sea, like stranded, was like 463 days.
Dang.
That's insane. It was because was in the Pacific. He got swept down into the Pacific,
yeah.
and you're not gonna be seeing anything for a long ass time out there.
So did they find him like in the water, or did he make it to some sort of land?
I think he made it to land. I didn't finish the whole entire story
either.
Because
from what I understand, like most people that get lost in the Pacific end up in the islands outside of like Australia.
Yeah,
area.
I forget exactly what it was. If I find it, I'll tell you. But yeah,
because I saw there was a couple of guys way back in the day that like stole this boat. Like they were like 10, like 20, 21, like maybe 18, 19, 20, 21-ish age. There was like 6 of them, I think. And they stole a boat and got caught in a storm and ended up like on this remote island. And it was sort of like what's that book where like the kids are on the island?
Pigs.
Yeah,
Pigs of Flies.
Lord of Flies.
Lord of Flies. But there's a guy named Peggy or something like that.
Yeah.
The conch.
But yeah, they were stuck there for like, I think a little over a year or more. Maybe even longer, I don't know.
Really?
And like, yeah, they talk about how they had to deal with like each other and like going crazy sort of, and like people like wanting to kill each other but like not actually wanting, like it was just, and then eventually someone found the island and found them and took them back. And
it was this is him. This is the guy that was right before last picture before he left, and when they found him.
Castaway.
Yeah. This guy his name's Jose, a Salvadorian fisherman. He was at sea for 438 days, which is just crazy. And it was his fishing boat went adrift, and they went out. Storm came in. They head back in. They're 20 miles or 15 miles offshore when they were on the way or close when their engine like blew and cut, and then the storm just took them.
Yeah,
just took them out.
I wonder, like, once you get caught in the storm, if you're like perpetually caught in it, you know, like if it continues to just take you wherever the storm goes.
14 months in a small boat, drifted 1,000 miles across the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, it was just insane, dude.
At least it was a fishing boat. He could get his own food. How did he like?
I don't know. Like,
what about water and like, dude?
It's just crazy.
How do you even like?
I don't know. I know a couple of survival like guides and like ways and like how to make salt water into fresh water and stuff, and like
you can't just boil it.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Well, you boil it, but you have to catch that evaporation.
Yeah,
is how it goes. But like one Boy Scout survival thing was, obviously you have to have all these tools or like all these things. But unfortunately, on a lot of islands and places, Atlantic Pacific, there's a lot of trash on them because of pollution. But what you can do is your water jug that you have, that something that of that size, what you do is, like a Dasani one, when they're this size, like the big ones, you cut a hole here, then you cut like a cup or a can or anything like that, that size. You put that in the hole that you made and push it up. So then the jug is here. This is closed. There's a hole here. You put the cup into it. So the cup's through there, and then this is all sealed around the cup and stuff. And that cup is full of salt water. You put it in the sun, and the sun bakes it. Condensation happens, drips down the sides, and the side is now fresh water.
Gotcha.
Is what it is. So remember that fact. If you ever get stranded, there's one way to make fresh water. But same concept with boiling it. You start the fire. You could light that there, boil it. Condensation comes down. There's your fresh water.
Gotcha.
To make all of it, but
you're not drinking a gallon a day.
yeah, you could be drinking a gallon a day, but shoot, you need what? Like, I think a cup of water a week minimum to keep your body functioning.
A cup?
I think like at minimum.
Yeah.
If you have less than a cup, you die. Let me see what it is.
Yeah, I would not be happy with just a cup of water. I'd be so thirsty.
Yeah. So the least amount of water you can survive. Authorities. Let's see. Oh, this is a different type of question. What's the minimum? Here we go. There's no formula to it. Okay, maybe I just made that shit up, or maybe it's facts.
What is it?
It says experts agree that individuals require 90 to 125 ounces of water a day from liquids or foods in order to avoid dehydration. So just 90 ounces a day. Seems like a good bit. Like this is 40
ounces.
Yeah,
Oh,
but remember,
geez.
there's water and food and other stuff like that. But
that's to avoid dehydration. But you
Dehydration.
can live with dehydration.
Yeah, you
Anyway.
could if you could somehow have 40 ounces.
I feel like I'd be fine on 40 ounces
a week.
No, a day. That's saying a day.
Yeah,
A day.
I'm just talking about what you could survive on, because you can just be everyone can be you can be dehydrated and still survive. Like you can live.
My pee's gonna be yellow though.
But yeah, so
Interesting.
What's going on, brother? What's going on, brother?
So here we are.
Here we are in a car. All right. So next up.
You're not gonna address.
No, we're not gonna address anything.
Okay.
There's nothing to address, guys.
Why don't you let's mix up the order here, and why don't you tell us about your blinking sleep?
Okay.
Where you blink,
Yeah.
and then you wake up. And
So this has only happened to me, I believe, 2 times. It's only happened to me, and one of them I distinctly remember. Hardcore, craziest moment of my life. Like, really, really weird. I was probably 7 or so. I was still living out in Suffolk. Parents were still together at the time, so I was probably around 7 is what I want to say. And normal night, in bed, we're having a good time, thinking about the day, thinking about tomorrow, what we're gonna do. Summertime. It's in the summer. And it was late, and I was pretty tired. And I get in bed, and I'm looking out the window. I'm all curled up like this, and I'm looking out the window, and I blink, and when I blink, and it's night, day. Just within a blink, it went from night to day. And I remember, as soon as I opened my eyes and it was day, I like sat up and I was like looking around. I was freaking. I was like, "What is going on? Like, what was that?" And I guess I looked it up. It's common. Like, it happens. Like, where you're so tired that you literally you fall asleep and you don't move the entire night of your sleep. You're stuck and frozen in that position and when you wake up, you're still there, and your eyes are still focused on that one spot where you last saw, and it gives you the illusion in your brain of blinking. Yeah, it's crazy. If that's happened to anyone else,
I don't think it's ever happened to me.
if it's happened to anyone else,
Maybe though.
It's crazy. I don't know. It's definitely, I don't know. It could be the simulation or something glitched up, but I had no dreams or anything like that. It was just like, night, day. Night, day.
So you said you were in the car?
This was at home. I was like 7 years old. I was at home, and that's
You were
happened.
just looking out the window.
I was looking out the window of my
I don't know
bedroom.
where I got the car from. Did you
Yeah,
say
maybe
something about the car?
the second one. I don't know if I was in the car or something like that happened, but the first one was just crazy.
Gotcha, yeah. No, that does sound crazy. I don't think I've ever heard that story.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's happened to y'all. Comment, or if you know someone that's happened to. But yeah, it's. Just imagine you're laying in bed, or looking at the ceiling, you're falling asleep, and you're just blinking out, and it's daytime. In 1 second, it went from night to day, and your sleep's over, and you still feel the same. You still feel tired.
Really?
Yeah, I still felt tired.
And you're like,
Like it was no mood change or nothing. It was just now.
what just happened? Yeah.
I don't know.
That is wild.
I just lost 8 hours or 10 hours of my life right there somehow, and I don't remember any of it.
Gone.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it was wild, and I think it's happened a second time, but I don't think it was as good. But it was the first time. It was wild.
And you remember you were 7 years old?
Yeah, it was something
you
like that.
remember it?
6, 7.
Yeah, but you remember it like it was
like
just yesterday.
Yeah, it was just such a crazy experience and how it happened, and it just didn't know what was going on. And
Yeah.
I remember opened my eyes, and I immediately sat up and was like, What? What's going on? And I got up and I walked around, and I went to Aunt Cal, went to my mom. I was just like, dude, what day is it? What's going on? Like, what happened? And I was like, I just woke up. Like, I just looked outside and it was night, and now it's day. What do you mean? She's like, yeah, you went to sleep, dumbass. I'm like, no, it's different. It's different. I blinked. Yeah, you closed your eyes and you opened them up. I was like, but no, I didn't move. I don't know.
Yeah. And she was like, okay.
I was like, yeah, this kid definitely needs to be medicated now. And then I think that's when I started going to a shrinking therapist and stuff like that. And
that's when you started doing NILD.
yeah, and aliens had to come down and reprogram me and shit like that because I break the system. That's what happens.
Now you're all better.
Yeah, exactly. But crazy stuff, crazy fun story. If it's happened to you, please let me know, because I don't think I've met anyone else. Maybe I think I talked to one other person where it was kind of the same, similar story to me. But yeah, very interesting.
I believe it.
Very interesting. There. I'm trying to think what else. The other thing. I want to say the fun fact.
Go ahead.
I just really want to say it. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't know. I like random dumb facts, and this is I don't know if this is dumb or not, but I just found this online, and who knows if it's true or not. But if it's true, damn, that's wild. So this is about Genghis Khan. Genghis was a guy that we learned about probably back in 6th, 7th grade. I want to say with Chad,
Oh yeah, maybe.
Something like that. I feel like it was with him.
What class was that? Ancient history?
Yeah, ancient history.
Huh.
So there was this guy way back in the day. It doesn't say the year, but I'm sure we could, if you want to look up, when Genghis Khan was around. This guy was I want to say, I think he's Indian or Korean, some type of Asian invader, and he was just dictator. I mean, the guy ran all of Asia pretty much back in the day, and he was brutal. He was known for just killing people and destroying villages. And if you got in his way, and if he just didn't like you, if you sneezed, he would kill. If someone sneezed in the village, he would kill everyone in the village because of it. Just didn't like you. The guy was crazy.
1162 to 1227.
BC.
It doesn't say BC, so I assumed it was AD.
Maybe. But the fact is that he killed so many people that the Earth actually began to cool down. So it's estimated that he killed 40 million people. Now, when I say he killed, I'm not saying like he was swinging the sword and like if we killed 40 million barehanded, his people, his orders, and like what his empire of what he wanted. Killed 40 million people, wiped off the planet, and vast areas of farmland were reclaimed by forests and nature and wildlife, and carbon levels dropped by 700 million tons. And present day, like one of his nicknames is the greenest invader.
You know what they should have done is like help those 40 million so less people could have died? Lockdowns. It would have just locked everyone down. I bet it would have stopped the spread of Genghis Khan killing people.
Dude. Crazy though if you think about like one man, like I said, not one man killing all these people, but like one man's vision or empire, what he wants is to just kill everyone.
Dude, that's wild.
Is that wild?
That is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, there's the cat. I don't know if you could hear her on that
She's
one.
pissed.
I'll see if I can let her on for this. We'll see if she behaves. Come on. You coming in? Yeah, I know. Gosh. Dude, she was howling at me last night when I got home. Yeah, and I was so tired when I got off the plane. I just came in, chucked all my stuff, and went right to bed. And she was howling at my door, like for me for.
Because you don't let her sleep with you?
No, I do not let her sleep with me. So,
dang.
We'll see. We'll see if she behaves or not. So, but yeah, fun fact about Genghis Khan. There's your fun fact, dumb fact of the day. Take it as you want.
You learned something here today.
You do. You always leave this podcast with knowledge.
With knowledge.
Whether it's random or useful. No one said it's useful knowledge. It's just knowledge. Knowledge is knowledge, right? But yeah. So.
Yeah.
You want to go into the deep topic of the podcast?
So first, let's talk about. So I recently started doing like a little bit of this land surveying with someone. I was doing a job, and then this person saw me. I was saw me laying the floor or whatever, and then asked the guy I was doing the job for after I had finished, like, what I do. And he told him, like, oh, like, he sort of just does side jobs, like this and that, whatever. So the guy was like, oh, like, can I get his information? I might have some work that he could do. So the guy gave him my information after he asked me. I was like, yeah, that's cool. And I didn't realize exactly what he did, because when I was laying the floor, he was setting up servers in his office. And so I thought it was like some sort of like tech type stuff. But it turns out he's just a land surveyor that he had the server set up because he has so much information. Like he has like literally like all the city records of like a lot of the 757 cities, like deeds and plots and all sorts of things like that, because I didn't know anything about land surveying. So I like show up first day and he's like, all right, like gets me to fill out a W-4 or whatever, and like I don't mind, like, yeah, if you gotta do it for tax purposes, like whatever, like I don't mind being on
I was wondering,
paper.
It's like W-4, you think I can just pay you under the table?
I don't mind doing like if you have to pay me like that, that's totally fine, that's cool, like I don't mind.
Yeah.
But I should have realized then that it's more for like an actual longer period of job.
He's looking actually for like an employee, like not just like a side job, or not just like a little like 1-2 week contract or something like that.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what, like, whatever, like, that's, like, after I sort of figured it out, I'm like, okay, like, we'll see how it goes or whatever.
Yeah.
So the first day, we go out to Norfolk, and they're building on Hampton Boulevard and right there by the hospital, where, you know, it curves around the hospital.
Go back to my place?
Where, like, where your place was, but go around past the hospital. Yeah. And that first little corner, there's nothing on it right now. They're going to build some apartments on there, I guess. Nice. But right now it's just dirt, and they've just finished the concrete. So we literally went around with our little surveying instrument, and I had to put nails in the concrete so that they know where to lay the blocks for the foundation. So it's like middle of summer here. It's like
it's hot. It's getting hot. It's getting hot, brother.
And he had told me that I needed to wear probably like long pants and boots because we were going to be like in the like woods and thick of it. I guess we just had to do this first.
Into the thick of it?
Into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
So, did that. And it wasn't that bad. But I'm like, man, like, this is like, I don't know. Maybe not for me. But I'm like, you know, whatever. Like, we'll see. Because, like, it was like, you had to be so precise in where you were putting these nails. I was just like, man, I can't even imagine. But then we go to the next site, and it's out in Chesapeake where they're going to be putting in like a new little like suburb. They're going to be adding on to a neighborhood. So we're in the woods, and we're in this ditch in the woods that is so grown up, like whatever. And he like basically gives me a machete and some like
clipper things.
Yeah, like loppers.
Yeah, loppers.
And he's like, all right, I'm going to set up the instrument here. Like, I'm going to show you like where you need to. I literally felt like I was like El Dorado, like going through the fucking jungle, bro.
Such a good movie. Damn.
Just like hacking away. Like, it's so hot, even in the wood. Yeah. Like, bugs everywhere, biting flies, all sorts of stuff. And like, I don't mind that stuff. But I'm like, there has got to be a better way.
I didn't sign up for this.
Like, like I cannot believe people do this for a job. And like,
someone's got to do it. We need those people.
Someone does have to do it. We do need those people. You're right. But like,
it's not you.
It sure is not me. But there has got to be a better, like, I don't know. It just seems like there's a better way. Like, I don't understand.
Machine. Bulldozer.
Well, not even like that. Just like for them to be able to get the whatever they need to like survey it and like get the information. Like, I personally don't understand why a person has to go out and do that. Like, there's got to be technology that you can literally with a satellite
look up on it and stuff.
Pinpoint in on it, and you know, like they can tell what different like layers are, like whether it's just a tree or like if that's solid dirt, and then you know where the solid dirt does the, I don't know, it's just anyway. And then the next day we're out in Virginia Beach. It's a condominium complex that like 40 years ago got approved to put 6 buildings on the lot. But they only put 3, and now they want to add the other 3. Okay. But now they have to go back and get it reapproved with the city, so they need some surveying done. So we had to survey. We're like gonna have to survey the whole site. But what we did the one day was just got like the road in front. So like the first intersection down from it, and the first intersection down the other way from it. Just survey the road. Okay. And basically, like, imagine a road, 1 lane each way, and it's got a sidewalk on one side, and then the other side is houses, but has a ditch in their front yard that goes into it. You have to, after you get everything, like, set up and all this, and you have to put control points, so that's what we did for the first half of the day. After that, you go, and you have to mark everything like the edge of the concrete, the top of the ditch, the bottom of the ditch where the left side first hits, the middle of the bottom of the ditch, where the right side of the ditch first hits, the top of the right side of the ditch, the concrete, dude, and you do it every 30 feet. And on top of that, so the edge of the sidewalk, the edge of the curb of the sidewalk, the drain point of the sidewalk, where the sidewalk curb part ends and the asphalt starts, that's technically edge of concrete. The first white line, the yellow line, the second white line, the edge of the asphalt on the other side, and then the ditch, and you just continue going back and forth. And then any water lines, communication lines, sanitary lines, all that. And you just like...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking... I cannot believe that you have to do all this stuff. I'm like, what in the world?
Interesting. I can't believe there's like...
That's what I'm saying. You have to do all this stuff. And like the machine, you know, I have a pole. And basically it's like a tripod that's just locking in on the thing that I have on my pole. And it reads a measurement and like takes it. And then he goes back in AutoCAD and basically makes it. Yeah. But, and like you have to... You know, dig up property, not dig up, but like find the property pins, which are like 6 to 8 inches down. So sometimes you can find them, sometimes there's other metal in the ground. Like, so the metal detector only does like iron and magnets basically. But sometimes there's other things in the ground, like chain link fence posts that were just cut off at the bottom and like, like, dude, it's like so... I'm just like, I cannot believe...
I didn't realize
that we have to do all this still just to... Just so the city knows what's there. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I did not realize how much work goes into that.
Yeah, dude. It's freaking crazy. And, like, I like being outside... But not in the middle of freaking summer in the blazing heat. That day I got to wear I wore shorts and like shoes because he said that we were going to be doing that, so we weren't going to be in the woods. But if you see me scratching, it's because I got all these bites. I don't know what kind of bites they are. They're not mosquito, but they're not like...
Probably just some shit that just got
I
you.
wonder like if biting flies leave marks like that. Like bumps, like mosquito.
Probably.
Anyway, it's been a couple of days. They're still a little itchy. But yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. Sucks.
That's so wild. Good God. Oh my God. That's just crazy to think about. There's that much that goes into all that little stuff, and there's not some device where you can just like
laser scan.
Yeah, a laser scan, like whether if you could do that on the ground somehow, or if you just needed a cherry picker, go up in a cherry picker and lay this device and it scans like sonar like across it or something like that, and like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure there is. I'm just wondering if like
maybe it's not commercialized yet,
or if like it's. I don't know.
Accurate or what? That's crazy. I didn't.
Because I don't understand. Like, here's my thing. Like, I just don't understand. I do get, like, that the city needs to, you know, the engineer has to build the plans to do this and that, but I cannot believe how much has to go into it. I'm like, that's crazy.
That is crazy, actually.
So
that's actually really wild.
I'll probably be letting the guy know that it ain't for me. Next week. So he's probably going to be disappointed, but
yo, brother.
Brother.
Hey, brother.
This ain't for me.
Yeah. So. All right. So, Christian, want to explain topic cards, what we're doing here?
So we got topic cards. Do one every week. Keep things new and fresh. And you get to see how we think about things.
This card smelled like weed for a second. That was weird.
It is July 2nd.
It is
or
July
1st. 2nd.
Oh, we forgot to talk about that. We'll talk about that next time.
We'll talk about the juicy topic that we were alluding to next time.
Next time we got two big topics to talk about next week. So definitely
and weed.
Yeah, definitely stay tuned for that one. All right. Oh, this one is I thought it was greatest. Well, dyslexia. What's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
The strangest thing I've ever eaten.
Strangest thing you've ever eaten. I think for me, the first thing that comes to mind was in Germany, or maybe it was in Austria. In Austria, I ordered something off the menu. It was in German or Austrian, whatever the language was, and I was like, it just looked like a cool word. Looked like a cool word. I was like, yeah, I'll get that. And it comes out, and it's like gray and like dark green, like puke green. And it's like the green is like what the sauce is, and the gray is the meat. And it's like in bits, like chopped up bits, like tiny, like little cube bits. And it was horse lung. It was lung. It was either horse lung or sheep lung. It was lung is all it was. It was lung. It was freaking terrible.
Yeah, you didn't like it?
I had like 2 bites, and then I said, can I just have a whole thing of bread and butter? And I ate like a whole loaf of bread and butter. It was god awful.
That is so funny.
No one warned me. No one said anything. I remember I got it. The teacher said, "Oh, like you're getting it." And then she can read all of it on the menu, so she knows what I'm getting. She knows what I'm getting, but she didn't say anything. She's like, "Oh, like wow, like adventurous." I was like, "Thanks." Then not like
she didn't even give you a warning.
Didn't give me a warning. Didn't say anything about it. Just said, "Fuck it." And yep, I got that, and I had 2 bites, and I was like, "What is this?" It's lung, horse lung. I was like, this is. I think I have a picture if I can find it really quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was actually just terrible.
I don't know like the strangest thing that I've had to eat. Like,
You never had bugs? I thought you had bugs before.
I mean, I've eaten worms.
Crickets? You've had crickets before?
Maybe.
I feel like you've had crickets.
I've eaten probably a lot of different bugs, like, especially when they're, like, on me. I'll get pissed off and I'll just eat them.
What?
Like, if there's, like,
You for real?
Like, yeah, sometimes.
I did not know that. That's a weird one.
Sometimes.
That's a new one on me right there, bro.
Yeah, like, if you got, like, like an ant will be crawling on me. I'll be like, fuck this ant, and I'll eat him.
Oh my god, I did not know that. Did not know that one.
Not all the time, but it's just like...
Not all the time, just every now and then.
If they get me at the wrong time, they're going to get eaten. But I've had frog legs. But I don't think that's that weird.
No, I think that's kind of weird.
That's it. Chinese #1 buffet.
China.
I'm not sure what else. That's the thing, though, like, who determines strange? Because in Austria...
Yeah, because in like, Japan,
yeah.
They eat some wild stuff over there. And you can also, like, go eat some dog and cat and...
Yeah.
Oh my god, my favorite vine was when a guy walked into a Chinese place and was like, "Yeah, can I get some of the meow?" And a little bit of the woo. And the person behind there was just laughing so hard. Give a little bit of that meow.
That is so funny.
Oh.
I
I have pictures of some really good food. That was some really good pasta. That was over there. But I don't know if I have... Maybe I don't have the picture of
the lung.
Of lung. I got a picture of nachos, which is not that fucking special. I don't know why I have that, but dude, it was...
Dude, I'm hungry.
God awful, dude.
I'm hungry and I'm about to have to go to the store.
Yeah, wait, are we eating at your place?
Yeah.
Oh, we are eating at your place? Okay.
Yeah. Tacos.
Oh, that's right.
Tacos.
Got it.
But Yeah, I don't know if I've had anything too strange. Besides the small amount of bugs that get eaten off my body.
So you've just eaten random bugs that you don't know what they are, really.
I mean, yeah,
yes.
but they're all food.
I mean, yes.
Everything's food.
Well, this is actually funny. This was back in 2016. That was in 2016 over in Germany. Or wherever I was. Germany, Austria, Czech Republic was one of those places. That was the magazine there.
That is so funny.
Damn. Yeah, I wish I could find this, but it's just not coming up, I guess. I thought I had it on there, but yeah. Horse long or long, whatever it was, I don't recommend. Would not do it. It is god awful. Definitely one of the worst things I've ever had. Ever.
Well,
But yeah.
I guess that wraps it up.
That does. Sorry, I'm getting distracted now.
So many pictures.
No, I'm just finding pictures on my phone that I didn't take.
That's always fun.
No, but like I don't know whose pictures these are. Like I've never been to these places. Why do I have them? I mean, there's one of Richard at the end, like that I took of him, but I don't remember this.
Well,
What the hell?
the simulation has a glitch.
Whoa, this is weird, guys. This is really weird. But yeah, sorry for the tangent. I got intrigued on my phone. I got distracted. ADHD kicked in hard on that one. But yeah, let us know what is the strangest thing that you've ever eaten. And let's see. Next week we're gonna talk about weed because weed just got
Legalized.
Is it legalized?
In Virginia.
Is it legalized really?
Yeah.
Okay. I read a whole bunch of things, different bunch of rules. We'll go over the rules, the do's and don'ts of the law here in Virginia on weed. That will come.
There's probably lots of them.
Yeah. Stay tuned next week for that and one on taxes we'll talk about. So we will we'll see y'all next week. All right. See ya.
Peace.